back to the Spiritual Social. I'm Lexi, your local light worker. I'm a tarot reader and an astrologer. I'm very happy to be bringing you today a self-healing pick-a-card reading based on oracle decks, and I have here pre-shuffled messages from some of my most light-containing oracle decks, if I should call them in this way. I am going to take my time intuitively interpreting the cards, but also I will be reading you the messages that they came with from their original oracle booklets. All of the oracles are linked in the description box below if you're curious about them, if you want to purchase them for yourself to continue this self-therapeutical, self-healing, introspective work. I just felt like times are hard, times are changing, they're chaotic, they're bringing forth a new kind of collective energy. We're on the cusp of a massive transition. There are so many socio-economical, political conflicts in the world, and I feel that sometimes you can wake up and feel incredibly overwhelmed, both in having to manage your own personal life, but in also contributing or feeling like you should contribute in some way to the collective betterment of this world. And the fact that I almost trip over the word betterment kind of makes me feel how important it is to keep persevering with the idea that yes, things will get better. Yes, we will find a place of peace and understanding again. And it's not foolish or naive to keep thinking positively during difficult times. It is actually one of the strongest things that we can do at the moment. So because I am a light worker, I shed light on darker aspects of life and existence, and I bring as much love, forgiveness, and compassion into these aspects as I can and as I am aware of, because I'm also on a spiritual journey. I'm also needing to heal a lot of things from my past, and as I do so, I'm taking you on this journey with me, and I'm incredibly grateful and I'm incredibly blessed for the fact that I have such a gorgeous and supportive soul family. So thank you for being here. I hope you can cozy up. Please listen to this recording whenever you stumble upon it, but do give it your attentive ear. Take your time, increasingly absorbing the messages, the energy with which I'm infusing this reading, and I hope that it will provide you some solace. I hope it will make you rest, relax you, maybe even put you to sleep and give you some really beautiful dreams so that you establish a very interesting connection to your unconscious mind, the stuff of all wonders, the stuff of pure gold inside of us. So I have here numbers for you to choose, but let's not think of them as just plain numbers. I wanted you to think of them as gates, as portals. So for example, here we would have the first gate, here is the second gate, here is the third gate, and here is the fourth gate. I want you to take some time to truly tap into which of these gates you would like to walk through, which of these portals you want to open. If you choose with your intuitive self rather than with your mind's eye, it's going to resonate much more deeply with you. So I would strongly urge you to choose with a gut feeling, with that instinctive knowledge of gate 2 is for me, or gate 4, definitely 4, I'm super attracted to it. You can choose more than one message, but make sure that you integrate them. If there are any contradictions between the messages you hear, try to think, how can they work together blended? How can I make two opposite viewpoints blend into one unified whole? We do live in times that are heavily polarized, where people are either leftist or rightist, where people are of one religion or the other, where there is a strong fight and disagreement between the masculine and the feminine energy in the collective. So it is of vital importance at the moment to try to figure out in a creative, imaginative, soul-based ways, how can we make things that look opposite actually find the middle ground? So this is my take-home message to you. I'm sure that my intelligent cookies, everyone who is on this channel, everyone who is part of my soul family, is more than skilled in finding out answers to truly complex questions, and I am truly humbled to be your guide today. For anything other that you would like to get in touch with me, I always have all of my information linked under any of my videos. If you're a new subscriber, hey, I'm so happy you're here. If you're a returning one, thank you for your loyal support. Thank you members as well for joining my channel and financially keeping this place going. I don't know, I'm a bit overwhelmed with a very calm, soothing emotion, which kind of gives me the indication that I'm ready to read the messages for you. So without further ado, let's see which gate you walk through. Welcome group 1. So this is for those of you that were drawn to the first gate. Let's open it and walk through it. Let's see what messages we have for you. Okay, so Whale and Orca Elders, share your song, frequency of sound, diving deep. Soul writing, wow. Volva of Sadir, number 13. Anna, the grandmother of Jesus, seeding the light, laying foundations, divine plan. We have here insight, the stone that can really help you in this period, ascend spiritually, is the peach selenite, and what you can meditate upon is the universal chakra. And message of encouragement from your soul, find wisdom in challenges. Okay, let's dive deep and take each of these cards one by one. So let's begin first with the message from the Orca Elders. Share your song, frequency of sound, and diving deep. The Whale and Orca Elders are benevolent cosmic beings here to anchor a frequency of love onto the planet, to harmonize it with their song. As they weave around the oceans, they do so much more than any of us know. Their physical presence affects Earth's magnetic field, and their harmonics call us to wake up and remember our own soul song. Looking into the eye of a whale is something you'll never forget. Whales see into their very being, and in an instant, you're changed forever. They see beyond the physical, the woundings, the identity, the personality, the story. They see right into your soul. If you pull this card, you're being called to surrender to your deepest truth and share it with potency, to bow to who you truly are, to stretch your heart wide enough to hold it all, to leave your fears, doubts, and baggage at the door, to question any part of you that doesn't feel good enough. The Whale and Orca Elders want you to give others the privilege of seeing who you truly are, and for you to see the same in other beings, to drop your hang-ups and personality flaws and get busy revealing the unique note your soul came here to sing. Allow the song that echoes in the 4 chambers of your heart to emanate in all 4 directions. Peel back the layers of suffering and pain and reveal to others your soul's true song, and endeavor to see the soul of all those you meet. Your inquiry is, how are you being called to share your soul's unique song? For those of you that have natural aptitude towards singing, this is a beautiful period to start putting effort into letting people know that you have a beautiful singing voice. You might want to record a demo tape. You might want to sign up for an audition. I feel that this is a wonderful period for you to let people know how healing and gorgeous your song is. Soul writing. We become the stories we tell. You are the author of your story. Write one that inspires you and doesn't let anyone else command the pen. Physical reality is temporary. It is forever changing from one moment to the next. The events and experiences of your life are multidimensional living art. Their purpose and form will shift as your perception of them does. You can view and adjust any stories from your past, present, or future. Let go of justifying or analyzing the events that become your stories and lift yourself into a new way of seeing them. Look at the card and imagine you are the angel rising and connecting to the soul light at the top of the pyramid. From this expanded view, you can see all your stories and their facets from a neutral position. A higher perspective will unveil and reveal what was previously unknown. You may be surprised, shocked, or embarrassed that the story you have identified with is not what you thought it was. Don't stress. This indicates that the stories are shaking loose and your healing is occurring. You are doing so well, you are worthy, and you are so loved. So I'm picking up on the name Bathsheba. Maybe this is the angel that is guarding and protecting over you at this period. I feel that if you're looking to purchase a new esoteric object that could help you, a pyramid, maybe an organite pyramid, could really help you, much like the one that I have here. It has rose quartz inside of it and this copper maze. So I feel like this can be an object that can help you on your spiritual path. And I feel that in this period, it would be wonderful if you can do some journaling, if you can rewrite the story of your life and how it has been so far. Are you the hero, heroine of your story, or are you the victim of your story? Are you the main protagonist, or do you tend to focus much more on other people? The vulva of Sadir, number 30. Okay. So let's see the deeper message. Your inner spiritual power can heal circumstances in your life and our world in ways greater than you realize. Journey within to gain clarity and conscious redirection of your inner energies towards what you wish to manifest. Do not try to control what is happening. Instead, work to bring positive influence to bear so that you may contribute constructively towards shaping the outcome for the greater good. From the Norse traditions of Scandinavia comes the sorcery of Sadir, the practice of cracking open an egg in order to read and also shape the future. The egg is a symbol of infinite divine potential and the beginning of new life. Sadir is a mysterious soothsaying or visionary practice, which also involves shamanic healing, to divine an appropriate pathway through times of trouble and communal strife. Through prayer, chant, and binding magic, as well as visionary practices in an altered state, all of which are supported by focused collective intention, a powerful healing takes place. The appearance of this oracle indicates that your soul talents, whatever they may be, can be of influence in the world. If you dedicate yourself to personal development for the greater good, you can contribute to the spiritual evolution of humanity. So in this period, you may be called to perform selfless acts of kindness. Even if our intentions are pure, believing we know what we should happen to whom and when is the working of the ego and not the soul. We may want the best for all beings, but we cannot know why their path is unfolding as it is or what their soul needs to learn. Sadir is a practice of shadows and spellcasting, binding and release, which could be useful for higher purpose or personal gain. It dwells upon the borders of morality. The spiritual maturity of the practitioner will determine whether its effects are for good or ill. The oracle advises us that good intentions are not enough to ensure the outcome of our efforts is beneficial. We need the wisdom that comes through surrendering into divine intelligence. With an awakened heart, it is possible to be a clear channel for spiritual light in this world, dedicating our soul talents to overcoming hate and divisiveness. Traditionally, the practitioner of Sadir was a spiritual leader known as a Volva or Volur, soothsayer or seer, Spakona, woman of prophecy, or Seyukona, woman of magic. She would not work alone, but called upon community members to empower the practice. When we choose to align our actions with our heart truths, we become the spiritual birth mothers and founding fathers of a more spiritually advanced humanity. Tremendous creative power is generated when a group comes together in focused practice. If you seek to work with others, be aware of the positive potential and proceed with integrity and care. The patron goddess of Sadir is Freya, the Norse goddess with an insatiable appetite for pleasure, life, sensuality, the finer things, and unconditional freedom to be as she chooses. She is also a goddess of war. Hence, she is not afraid to enter into battle nor love. Her husband, Odin, is associated with prophecy, inspiration, and ecstasy. When he is away from her, she weeps red tears. No stranger to suffering or ecstatic pleasure, Freya is the divine vulva. She reminds humanity of both our innate spiritual power to embrace all of life and the inner spiritual resources we have to make it through any difficulty without compromising our hearts. The art of Sadir is one of collective dreaming and doing. It is the ability to move in darkness, to become wise to our own potential to become manipulative, controlling, and therefore negative. And to outsmart that by consciously choosing to bring love, freedom, spiritedness, and passion, the hallmarks of our presiding sorceress Freya, into our lives. The message of this oracle is that you're able to bring a positive influence into whatever situations or circumstances unfold in your life. Dedicate yourself to goodness. Believe in your power to effect positive change. If you live in a region that at the moment is besieged by political mayhem, social disorganization, you do have the power to bring light into that group. It is not a case of you against the world. It is a case of you in the world effecting positive change, no matter how small or vulnerable you may be feeling at the moment. You are a divine cosmic being, and you're so protected, and thereby you can share your light with other people in your environment, healing them, and also making them feel softer, more in touch with their hearts. Now we have Anna, grandmother of Jesus, seeding the light, laying foundations, and divine plan. Anna, grandmother of Jesus, was an ancient mystic who dedicated her life to laying the foundations for Christ's consciousness to be woven through all of life. She is not widely known, but without her, Christ's consciousness would not be rising as it is today. Anna represents the quiet dedication that is sometimes required to live a life of service. She represents the generations that came before that, devoted their lives to dreaming a new world into being, while knowing that they would not see the glorious end result. She represents the dutiful soldier, the unconditional mother, and the mystic who can see the thread that is woven through all of life. Anna teaches us that we have a part to play in the divine plan. It doesn't have to be on the world stage to be significant. One person's part is not worthier than another. One person's part may be to mother their children. Another's may be to gather women in circle each month. No part is better or worse, more important or less significant. We each have within us a seed of light that we incarnated to share. Anna is gathering us all to remember and surrender to our part of this plan. Here is what you can say as you look at this card to activate her energy. Beloved Anna, thank you for laying the foundations for the divine plan. May the seeds of light within me be revealed, and may I surrender to my part of the divine plan. So may it be. I don't have anything else to say. I think that this has been beautiful, and I think that you have the capacity to nurture other people, even in spite of the fact that you might not have grown up feeling nurtured by the women in your life. You have the power within you. So we have here insight, peach selenite. To gain true insight, you must go within. Your body has its own flow of energies or chakras that contain boundless potential to receive messages and clarity from the universe, including your universal chakra. The universal chakra is located towards the edge of your upper auric field and is represented by a golden glowing star. It connects you to the universal flow of energy. Think of it as your own personal gatekeeper to the knowledge of infinite cosmos. While working with your universal chakra, you are able to go beyond your higher self and further develop your psychic abilities, and there you can confer with the divine. When you tap into the universal chakra and its transcendent energies, you become unbound from physical realms and you gain ultimate enlightenment. I want to show you how the light pours through this card. To help activate your universal chakra, use peach selenite in meditation. Peach selenite is a unique crystal that has the capacity to self-cleanse and recharge without your intervention, much like your body can do with your chakras and energy. Yes, it's really important to remember that peach selenite should not be washed because it gets destroyed. You can rub it with some sort of silken cloth, or maybe rub some essential oils on your palm with some water and then just gently tap it. Peach selenite can clear, open, and activate the universal chakra to elevate your higher self during meditation and spiritual work so you can reach your divine counsel. During meditations, you can break down negativity and reveal truths to yourself and the universe. Peach selenite promotes honesty, purity, and peace, and aids you in healing, balancing, and stabilizing the emotional, physical, and non-physical bodies. Here is your activation guidance. How can you work with peach selenite to activate your universal chakra? Take a ritual bath with your favorite salts, crystals, essential oils, and herbs. Using your ritual components gives you the ability to supercharge your bath water with rejuvenating vibrations that will cleanse and renew your mind, body, and spirit. So again, don't put the peach selenite in the bathtub. Use it just to meditate, but in the bath you can use salts, other types of crystals, essential oils, and maybe even some herbs like rosemary, marjoram. Here is what you need to say in order to activate it. I am limitless. I am boundless. I go within to gain insight and understanding. So may it be. And the final nugget of wisdom that I have for you, my beautiful first gate walkers, find wisdom in challenges. Dear human, every single challenge you went through in the past brought you to this present moment. Every single challenge made you wiser. How do you feel about your past challenges today? Do you appreciate them? What about your present challenges? What is different? Years into the future, you will look back on them and feel the same love and appreciation for them. Why not feel that love and appreciation now? Lovingly, your higher self. So, I'm happy to say that this has been the reading that I had for you, my beautiful first gate walkers. I hope to see you again on my channel for another reading, and I hope that these messages of light, inspiration, and compassionate support can help you heal your heart. I'm sending you so much love. Bye. Hey group 2, welcome to your reading. This is a message for those of you who wanted to walk through the second gate. Let's find out what messages of light, compassion, and encouragement you need to hear at the moment. So, the cards you got are Earth, learning how to be human in the world but not of it. Soulcraft number 10. Number 39, Ivory Wish-Fulfilling Crow. You're already doing it. Stop overthinking, keep facing your true north. Curiosity, the planet Jupiter, and the crystal apophyllite. And the message from the soul whispers, you are safe to make mistakes. You are safe to be imperfect. You are safe. If you hear something cracking in the background, it's just my AC. Okay, let's dive deeper into these messages. We're going to begin with Earth. challenge for all souls having a human experience is to be in the world but not of it, to realize they are souls having a human experience and be fully conscious of it, to have their soul fully embody their body. People's personalities tend to relate to either transcendence or immanence. Those who lean towards transcendence have a longing for the heavens and the metaphysical. They yearn for a personal experience with God and to be lost in the heavens. They're envious of the angels and are more comfortable praying and hanging out in the stars than on earth. Those who tend towards immanence have attached themselves more to earth and their body. They spend more time thinking about things in the physical world rather than connecting with the heavens or their own mystical inner worlds. Being a fully embodied soul having a human experience means finding the balance between transcendence and immanence, being in the world but not of it. Most starseeds are drawn towards transcendence. They're more comfortable with the angels and the heavens. Life on earth can be more difficult for them. If this is you, you're being reminded that you chose to be a soul in a body on earth. And you're being called to focus more of your energies in the physical world, to learn how to be human, a soul in a human body, fully present to what life on earth has to offer you. Here is your inquiry. Do you tend to long for the stars or be more in the physical? How can you find greater balance between the two? So that's a bit of your homework. If you feel that you're a little bit weird on this earth, if you feel like you don't really belong here. Soulcraft. Life happens from you, not to you. The thoughts, ideas, and topics you incessantly discuss are crafting your life, so focus on ones that make your heart smile. You are ready to receive answers from your soul about any topics, thoughts, or ideas you want to change. Be wise in your crafting, and the path of least resistance will call you. Different soul vibrations will inspire different actions. If you are feeling tired, your inspired action will be to rest or sleep. If you are feeling love, you will be inspired to do things that emulate love in your day. We all sense with our soul, but often override it with the rational mind. Trust your soul is bringing you the most up-to-date information. And I feel that this card is asking you to meditate for at least 5 minutes a day to connect with your soul and just be in touch with your unconscious self. Think in terms of energy instead of time frames just for a day. When you become an energetic match for your desired thoughts, you will meet them. There is no set time frame. At night, before you go to bed, step back from your life. The larger your view, the clearer your actions will become. In the morning as you wake up, stay in this larger view of your life and note what inspired actions drop into your mind. You are the light. Remember that. The Ivory Wish-Fulfilling Crow. You can have what you truly want. Such knowledge helps soften and release fear, grasping, control, and doubt. Have confidence that the universe hears your prayers and is even now leading you into that which you seek. You can take sanctuary within your spiritual connection whenever you need stabilization and protection against the fluctuation of the external world. No matter what is happening around you, there is a way through the fulfillment of your potential. I feel like you're going through a period of intense change because my voice fluctuates so strongly in your reading. It can go from very soft and barely whispered to a high pitch to maybe a mispronouncing of the word pitch. Let's continue the message. Busuda is the mysterious Hindu sage who assumes the form of a crow and lives atop the magical wish-fulfilling tree, thriving whether there be feast or famine in the world. As a highly evolved supernatural being, he has outlived the ending of numerous world ages. No calamity or cataclysm can shake the powerful divine tree or the creatures who live within its shelter. The sacred tree is a place of sanctuary and protection where no harm can befall any of its inhabitants. The wish-fulfilling tree is a spiritual symbol for the soul, the heart, and the divine bodhisattvas, or enlightened sages who guide and protect humanity. It represents a high level of consciousness which is abundant and in harmony with the universe and therefore blissful, free, and generous. The circle reminds you that as you align with spirit, you are aligning with a powerful field of grace, which has protective and strengthening qualities. It is a spiritual tonic with effect in all dimensions and all realms of existence. The price for such sacred empowerment is the surrender of one's ego. This is a lifelong journey for most of us rather than a one-time event. We recondition our mind and the ways of spirit again and again. We disentangle our hearts from societal conditioning based in fear, dominance, greed, and victimization. Of getting one's personal desires met at any cost. We recognize there is a profound difference between taking and receiving. We trust in what is destined from us. Stories abound in the Hindu tradition of various wish-fulfilling manifestations, from goddesses to trees to cows and gems. When someone sought to possess the wish-fulfilling treasure for their own personal use, they would always be thwarted by the higher spiritual intelligence of love, which cannot be controlled or manipulated, but remains as is, pure and generously giving all that is needed to the receptive heart. Ivory is an organic material, like bone, which makes up the tusks and teeth of numerous animals of land and sea. Tusks are used to brush away vegetation and obstacles to help an animal move through its environment. Therefore, one metaphysical correspondence of ivory is the ability to move through even inhospitable environments successfully. The message of the ivory wish-fulfilling crow is that one does not have to dominate or manipulate others to attain success. It is enough to align with spirit and trust that your sacred inner work is sufficient to attract whatever is needed to manifest your higher purpose. You can attain what you seek by becoming and radiating, rather than through contriving or manipulating. Busuda teaches that when the cosmic fire of transformation becomes too intense, we can focus upon the sacred waters. When the winds of change blow ferociously, we focus upon the mountain. When the waters become such that we fear becoming submerged, it is best to focus upon the movement of the air. He is describing the way of responsiveness and balance. You can recognize what is happening and adjust your sails to suit the winds rather than trying to change the ways of nature. This oracle guides you to trust that you will reach your destination even when there are forces beyond your control. You don't need to be more powerful than oppressive forces to overcome them. In connection with your heart temple of spirit, you will be empowered to proceed on your path with abundance, wisdom, and joy. Now, it seems like in this period, you could be under the pressure of time. So the planet Saturn could be strongly transiting one of your crucial points, your sun, your moon, your ascendant, your descendant, your moon coeli, your midheaven. And at the same time, I feel like your north node is activating, which makes for an uncomfortable process of growth, but one that your soul really needs. So let's see what this card advises. Do not question things so much. You are on the right track. You are facing the right way. Stop overthinking it. It's happening. And you are closer than you think. You are exactly where you need to be, and things are moving at the perfect speed. Do not rush it. Now is not the time to be impatient. Now is the time to walk steady. There is no rush. What you are building is being built. What you have planted soon will blossom. With every new day, a new brick is being laid. You have come a long way. The foundations are steady. Now all that is needed is for you to trust and keep walking forward. If a thought that things should be moving faster enters your head, that is just your ego comparing your rising to someone else. Comparison is not your friend. Stay in your lane. Water your own garden, knowing that your time to bloom will soon come. So this is a time of resting, of allowing whatever seeds you are planting in your mind and the hearts of other people, and the goals that you wish to achieve, allow them to grow in a slow, steady, watchful observation. Curiosity, development, alignment, and experience. Your curious nature is all part of your soul's journey in this human experience. Being curious opens new avenues and doors in life that may have been blocked or closed due to your innate fears about understanding and comprehending the unknown. Without curiosity, you would remain complacent, halting your ever-looming expansion. Your soul, mind, and body yearn for new information and new experiences, and holding space for your curiosity can take you down the road to your destiny. Jupiter is referred to as the god of planets, sitting as one of the brightest in the solar system and representing optimism, power, knowledge, and expansion. Jupiter spreads optimistic vibes and allows you to see what's possible to achieve in your lifetime, providing inspiration for you to head towards spiritual and mental expansion. Over time, through your expansion with Jupiter, you will gain wisdom, faith, and trust in the universe to guide your life where it may. At the end of your journey, Jupiter may even adorn you with a bit of luck and good fortune for following where your curiosity led you. On your expansive journey with Jupiter, it would be prudent to have apophyllite on your person and in your home, as it helps you maintain a strong connection between your spiritual and physical selves. Apophyllite also acts as a conductor for vibrations and energies because of its high water content, and in being a conduit can correct imbalances in your energies and enhance your psychic and clairvoyant abilities. Jupiter was once the original ruler of Pisces, and along with apophyllite, it honors the fluidity that is required of you when curiously seeking growth in the depths of the unknown. So dive deep within, and find that inner gold inside of your heart. All the treasures you're seeking, all the answers lie in your emotions, in the way your body moves and how it reacts to the environment, in your mind, both conscious and unconscious. Now here is your activation guidance if you truly want to work with the energy of the Curiosity card. Write down 3 things you would most like to accomplish in your lifetime. Additionally, under each of these accomplishments, write down 3 ways in which you can go about achieving these accomplishments, along with steps you can take to get you to those end goals. By practicing this, you can begin to expand your mind and be open to the possibilities the universe presents you with. Your affirmation is, I am open and receptive to the experiences that Jupiter may lay before me. So may it be. So after a period of heaviness, I feel that you are increasingly blessed because Jupiter is the great benefic. It is bringing a blessing in your life. And now, the final card that I have here for you. You are safe to make mistakes. You are safe to be imperfect. You are just safe. So it could be that your root chakra, that first energetic point through which we can connect to the ground, that place that stabilizes our entire energy, the root of our inner energetic force, Muladhara, red. So you could be drawn to the background of this reading as well, which is a red silk material. That center in your body needs some tender, loving attention and care. Human, don't be afraid to be wrong. Everything is perfect in this universe. Mistakes are perfect. Mistakes are a vital part of growth. Mistakes makes us wiser and stronger. Strive to be and do your best, but do not let your fear of mistakes stop you in life. With love, your higher self. I'm not going to comment too much in your reading because I think silence is deeply healing for you, especially if you're having a Saturnian transit. Saturn's energy is very deep, it's very low, it's very close to the earth, like some sort of slow hum or rumbling that sustains you even as it drags your energy a little bit down. Enjoy the spirit of stillness in your life. It is a respite. It is a moment away from the rat race. And once it has been accomplished, once this transit would close itself in, you will be given a beautiful, tangible reward for all the effort you have been putting into being patient, wise, and determined. This has been your message group 2, the ones who have chosen to walk through the second gate. I hope you have enjoyed this message. I'm sending you so much love. Bye. Hey group 3, welcome to gate number 3. Let's walk through it and see what messages of light, compassion, forgiveness, healing you need to hear at this moment in time when you stumbled upon this reading. So, let's see what the cards are. Okay, all paths lead home. Inner authority, intuition, turn your gaze within. Number 37, focus. Number 20, spirit owl of 852 hertz. The divine love card, we have here the pink amethyst as your crystal and the energy of the soul star chakra. Inner temple, devotion, tune into the portal of your heart. And your soul whispers card is connect with your soul family. Wow. I need to say that the messages are very strongly pointing towards you needing to do a lot of inner, private, body-focused, breathing work. It's a lot about the exploration of your inner reality, your inner truth, your emotions, your roots, your memories, your dreams. So let's see the deeper messages of these cards. Let's begin with all paths lead home. It's normal to look to the external world for answers and guidance. What's revolutionary is turning your gaze inward. You're being called to source your guidance from within, to study the terrain of your inner landscape, to develop a reliable relationship with your soul. The more time you spend connecting with your soul, the deeper the connection will become. The challenge for empaths is staying connected without cutting off from the world. The best way to do this is to develop a daily practice that helps you to keep checking in, to draw on the wisdom within and let that be the authority in your life. If this card appears, you may be called to develop or switch up your spiritual practice, to get in the habit of turning your gaze within, getting centered for the day before consuming anything from the outside world, to start from a feeling of at-homeness. And throughout each day to find simple ways to keep coming home. This doesn't mean switching off from the realities of today's world. We need as many conscious people as possible living with their eyes wide open. Rather, it's a call to start your day from a place of connectedness, grace, and devotion. So when you go out into the world and when you let the world in, you do it from an unshakable state of being. A state where you draw your strength, authority, and guidance from a place deep within. Your inquiry is, how are you being called to turn your gaze within? So reflect upon some aspects that are happening in your life that kind of push you in order to focus on other people, on the things you can do out into the public world. They push you to come back home. They push you to solicit protection. They push you to want to spend a lot of time alone, focusing on your emotions, on your thoughts. Sometimes people that are critical and mean to us, people that block us and tell us, no, you can't do this, you're not allowed here, are people that are doing us a service. They are asking us to go back to where we are, go back to where we came from. Stay in that place because important messages will be conveyed to you from the space you already know, from the familiar that you've gotten so accustomed to. Focus. Where is your focus and what do you want to create? Your point of attraction is the accumulation of all your thoughts. Some are of and some you are of. Sorry, this sentence is a bit complicated for some reason. Some you are aware of and some you are not. The latter are thoughts you have repeated so often that they have become beliefs in body memory. The point of attraction is more fluid than you think. It is the overarching energy of your collected ideas, active beliefs, and your personality. Change any idea or belief at your point of attraction shifts. You sense the world around you through the filter of your attraction point. Imagine this point moving along a sliding track within you. To master yourself means being able to move your view of reality at will. This can help you adjust and adapt to any situation. Stay in your center of love and on the path of your heart. You can choose to feel into the flow or resist and hold yourself back. Either way, you will be loved by your soul and the universe. So I'm tempted to say that part of the reason why I couldn't read the sentence properly is because the sun, who is just setting at this moment where I find myself in, was beating heavily on my face, on my eyelids, and it was making me feel hot and uncomfortable. And I feel that at the moment it would be good for you to seek aspects that are a little bit darker, to stay more indoors in shady places, to seek places where maybe the temperature is lower and colder, to sleep in complete darkness at a lower room temperature. So if you're struggling with being able to concentrate, to sleep, to rest, it could be something related to light and temperature, and you have to adjust these to become a little bit darker and to help you turn inwards. Now, you're inspired to respond to life, not to panic or to react. Just respond. You are also inspired to practice appreciation. When someone gives you a compliment, just say thank you. It may have taken a lot of courage to say what they did. If you justify or reject their kindness, it may seem like you are dismissing them. And try to talk about what is going well in your life. Be silent about what is not going well. Your attention to the good will bring more of it to you. Lack of attention will allow the unwanted to fall away and leave more space for what you desire. Draw or write a story about your biggest desire. Make yourself the main character and have him/her experiencing your biggest desire. It will make it easier to focus on your desire if you can feel yourself experiencing it through your story. So very similar to group 1, I would say, they had the soul writing card. Maybe you're listening to both of them. There is an energy here of needing to reinterpret your life story. The Spirit Owl. So, recalibration to a higher order of divine purpose is in progress. It is not always a smooth ride, but it is safe to be fearless as you gently hold space for new ways of thinking, living, and seeing to emerge. You are encouraged to let go of opinions and belief systems that cannot support you in higher frequency states. You shall soon recognize a truth that cuts through confusion and frees you to proceed with love, peace, and a higher understanding. God bless. The Spirit Owl is the wisdom bearer, the one who perceives the intended meaning underlying words and the truth behind appearances. Even in darkness, the Spirit Owl senses subtle movements with accuracy. The heightened senses of Spirit Owl are akin to the supernatural perception of the higher self. Your higher self sees through illusion and with compassion. It astutely recognizes the agendas of the ego and turns into the empowering energies of the universe to find a constructive way to express its loving purpose. Spirit Owl enhances your connection to your higher self, guiding you beneath the compelling nature of appearances where a vastly different and spiritually empowered perspective is available to you. From such heightened awareness, you can accurately intuit the complex drives at work in yourself and others. This makes it easier to have compassion, outwit negativity, and make decisions that are helpful in healing rather than adding to the confusion or disorder. When Spirit Owl appears in a reading, a mystery is soon to be solved, and the ensuing clarity will bring relief and spiritual reward. As Spirit Owl is a message bearer, this oracle is also a positive omen for your future, a sign that a seemingly impossible or impenetrable situation is unraveling. 852 Hz is the frequency of higher self-connection, which favors the clearing of the mind and an awakening of genuine insight and higher understanding. The frequency of 852 Hz opens one to perceive light and communicate with the realms of higher light beings. With such clarity of mind, it is easy to recognize lower levels beings who do not operate from unconditional love and pure wisdom. There is no attraction to such beings, but a compassionate attitude toward them. What attracts the soul at this high frequency is the pure light of wisdom, grace, and spiritual liberation, to which the soul is drawn for nourishment and restoration. When we are thirsty, we do not reach for an empty glass. We reach for one that is full. So seek nourishment that can truly offer you what you need. There is no sense in seeking something another cannot provide you because of their spiritual limitations. You can only find it from those who are able to give it. Keep this in mind as you awaken the inner eye of wisdom. Seek the purest love to nurture your heart and share it freely. 852 Hz is a love-enhancing, freedom-generating frequency of the visionary. The third eye of the soul is the awakened inner eye, which sees things as they are without fear, because there is knowledge that healing is possible. We are ready for such vision when our hearts are ready to be free. Then we are prepared to stop fantasizing. We can start creating and act with more wisdom because we have more clarity. The Oracle of Spirit Owl of 852 Hz reconnects you to your authentic soul path and higher purpose. It is a sign that your mind is tuning into something true. It augurs clear seeing and higher understanding. You will be freed from a struggle and set on a creative, empowering, and effective path of manifestation. This is a blessing of creative, psychological fire. Trust that the more you let go, the more you will experience renewal and stunning spiritual rebirth. The past is truly over, and a new era is dawning. Wow. Beautiful. Divine love. True purpose, self-acceptance, the divine path. Divine love is transcendent and sacred, and showing and experiencing it is an act of supporting yourself and others completely and entirely, helping you to make a connection on a deeper spiritual level. The energy of divine love is tangible and around you at all times, and is never depleted or inaccessible, and all you have to do is be open and ready to receive it. Pink amethyst stimulates, activates, and opens the soul star chakra, so you're able to act upon your intuition, which in turn allows you to be guided by your experiences. Pink amethyst puts emphasis on healing, patience, and love, and allows you to fully align with your soul's purpose and path, radiating divine love in a way that allows you to accept yourself and others without judgment. The soul star chakra is key to heightening your relationship with the universe, as it sends divine love and light directly to your soul. Take a moment to lie in silence and place the Divine Love card 15 centimeters above your head. Close your eyes and imagine a gentle pink energy flowing through your body from this card directly above your head. I guess you can use your phone, if you're watching this reading on a phone, to connect with this pink amethyst energy. Activation guidance. Sit comfortably on the floor holding your pink amethyst. Close your eyes, inhale deeply to align with the crystal's energetic vibration, then exhale with a loud sigh. Continue with deep breathing while allowing the divine white light energy to flow freely, without restriction, through all of your chakras. Let pink amethyst energy assist you with moving through your experience, being open-hearted and assured that you are an irreplaceable part of the universe. Stay in this space for as long as you need. Your affirmations are: I am able to act upon my intuition and be guided by my experiences to fully align with my soul's purpose. So may it be. God bless. So this is the utmost card of inner work. Let's see what it has to say for you. You are being called to be a devoted student and tune into your heart, to incorporate true devotion into your life. You could be being called to develop a regular meditation, journaling, or chanting practice, or to show up to your soul with rhythm, to develop a daily practice where you fill up your well and spend time with your soul. All of the answers to all of the questions that you seek are waiting for you in the portal of your heart, but you cannot hear them unless you carve out time each day to listen to them. Your soul is yearning for a deeper relationship with you, and so the more time you spend with it and show up to it, the more clearly it will guide you. We are here to grow as souls. Earth is one big playground for the soul to learn, and you are being called to go deeper in your soul's growth or to increase your devotion by being a student of a lineage or a spiritual teacher. If you have already been in a If you have already been a committed student, then you are being commended for your devotion. Your guides want you to know how proud of you they are and that the time you spend in devotion is priceless. If you are questioning your career or life path, your guides want you to turn your focus towards devotion and towards this prayer. Please use me in a way that delights my mind, body, and soul, dear guides. May my life be one big moving prayer. You are asked, in order to activate your inner light and to change your fortune in life, to get rid of nasty karma, to commit to a daily devotional practice. And the final card, I have here a letter for you from your higher self. Dear human, surround yourself with those who believe in you, those who genuinely wish you well and are on the same wavelength. Keep those who make your heart sing close to you. Don't forget about your tribe. See them as your sisters, brothers, teachers, gurus. They are in your life for a reason, deeper than you might realize. With love, your higher self. So this has been a very strong 4th house energy in astrology. The house of the roots, nurturing your soul, connecting with your family, whatever you may call family, and whoever you might choose to include in it. You're being heavily guided to do inner work in a variety of different forms. I feel that in this period, being in solitude, spending time in stillness, committing to a daily spiritual practice will do wonders for your spiritual growth and awakening. But you require focus and dedication, almost as if you're turning yourself into either the Hierophant or the High Priestess. I wish you so much luck on this beautiful journey. Thank you for listening to this reading, and I'm sending you lots of love. Bye. Hey group 4, welcome to gate number 4. Let's walk through it and see what messages of light, encouragement, healing, maybe even personal transformation you need to hear at this point in time when you stumble upon this reading. So let's see the cards that you got. Okay, we have here activated earth, power places, ley lines, trust where you're led, electricity. The planet Uranus could be playing a very important role in your life. Number 44, expansion. You have a Grandmaster number. Wow, number 22, another Grandmaster number. Ein Sof Aur. Keepers of the earth, you are not alone. Ancient ancestors stand beside you. Cognizance, we have the planet Mercury, and your stone or crystal is the emerald. Every single day is a gift from the universe. Treat it as one. This is your soul whispers message. Sorry about that, group 4. We had a minor interruption, so I had to stop the camera. But these are your cards, and we are going to begin first with the deeper message of the activated earth card. Ley lines are invisible pathways on the land along which energy travels. They can be sensed when we tune into them with our subtle senses, also known as spirit paths. They've been compared to the meridian system of the body used in Chinese medicine, and they link sacred sites, stone circles, burial mounds, and places of worship worldwide. In Australian Aboriginal cultures, song lines where the paths travel by the creator beings as they made the land and sea during the dreaming. These paths were recorded in the traditional songs and dances of the people, allowing them to access information about the land's history and to travel safely across great distances. Many believe that as we visit such sacred points on Earth, something is activated within us. Some also believe that by connecting with the land with devotion at these sacred places, something is activated within the planet too. Are you being called to travel to a sacred place that your soul remembers, or to tend the land you live on, to honor and acknowledge the known and unknown keepers or nature spirits of that land? As you connect with the earth and honor its keepers, the land opens up more fully to hold you, the fruits provide more nourishment, and the guardians watch over you. Your starseed activation is looking at this card and saying the following word or following affirmations. I honor and thank the keepers of the earth beneath me, known and unknown. Thank you for your nourishment and tender holding. So may it be. I'm hearing the word Außerirdische. I think some of you could be German watching this, or maybe Austrian, or you could speak German as a dialect potentially. There's a feeling here that you can connect with beings that are extraterrestrial. So, wow, it was 4:44 when I picked up this card, and 44. You are so blessed and guided in this incarnation. Wow. Travel at your own speed of light. Are you keeping up with your life and all you want to create, or are you holding yourself back with what ifs or buts? You limit your life through your beliefs. Everything you say and everything you do becomes true for you and is the platform on which you build your life. The playing field of life is unlimited and loving. You are an unlimited, loving, and wondrous part of creation. You are perfect, right here, right now. You are different, and therefore you think differently. Differently to last week, last year, last decade, and yet you will always be you. What you are observing is your view. It is neither right nor wrong, but a way to become clear about what you like and don't like, so you can choose what to focus upon. The events and experiences of your life will grow in meaning as your consciousness expands. Learn to focus and dance in time with the energy and speed of your desires, and they will arrive easily in surprising and satisfying ways. If you hear something in the background, it's just my pet, Luna, who is very curious as to what I'm doing here. Now, Eyes of Aur. A way through the struggle has already been created for you, and you are being led onto that path. Your authentic soul path may include recognition and acclaim, notable success and admiration. Be grateful, but do not be dazzled or distracted by such experiences. Focus on what connects you to your heart and grounds you in the simplicity of spiritual truth, which is the practice of love, kindness, and peace. This will allow for successful progress in the material world without disturbing the sanctity of your soul. In the mysticism of the Kabbalah, Ein Sof Aur is the first and truest light. It emerges from the Absolute, which is pure emptiness beyond all characteristics, phenomena, and form. The capacity to create something from apparently nothing is one of the definitions of magic. Ein Sof Aur is the universe pulling rabbits out of hats on a cosmic scale. Because the spiritual light emerges from the spaciousness of the infinite potentiality, it is imbued with endless creativity, resourcefulness, and spontaneous responsiveness. Whatever is needed is made manifest, provided to the receptive heart, and will benefit all beings. Receptivity is the key to unlocking this white light magic of the spirit. When we are open to it, surrender to its wisdom, and willing to place that wisdom above our own opinions, we are capable of receiving and benefiting from it. If we are trying to dictate its course, to contrive and control it to meet our needs as we think they should be met, then we are not being receptive. The path of control and dominance is regressive. It is not sacred magic, and it is not of the spirit. Ein Sof Aur illuminates the way of sacred soul magic that create healing and deep fulfillment. It recognizes there is a problem, yet does not dwell on it nor evoke toxic mind games of blame and shame. It focuses on solutions. Underneath fancy words, outlandish claims, and complex doctrines, the light of spirit is recognized by its effect. Genuine spiritual connection helps us outgrow our problems. Ego will tell you a situation is too complicated or someone else is to blame. Or if you could just change this one thing, healing will happen. But when you are in ego, you are not spiritually effective. You will be locked in suffering and confusion. As a human being, you are able to use your free will as you choose. You can focus on the negative and distance yourself from the light, refuse to trust, and insist that you always know the best. You can choose to feel unappreciated, betrayed, or afraid when life does its unpredictable dance. Spirit will love you and seek to help you even when you use your free will in such a way. At any time, you can choose to say, enough of that misery, and open your heart to connect with the higher creative and healing intelligence of the light. No matter how much our wounded minds and broken hearts may believe a situation cannot be healed, Ein Sof Aur is here always. It reminds us that, whether we can see it or not, there is a spiritual path through all troubles. That path can be so beautiful that we will become profoundly grateful for the struggle which caused us to grow, even if we never wish to repeat the experience. Acknowledgement is the beginning of healing. If something isn't quite right, be kind and wise enough to admit it. Then seek out the genuine light, which will evoke peace in your heart. Have the courage and trust to let go of approaches that will not lead you anywhere worth going. As you open yourself to what is, even the unexpectedly difficult twists of faith, you will become even closer to the radiant grace and luminous clarity which is reassuring you, healing you, guiding you, and loving you. So you might have been through the ringer lately. Your faith in the divine, in magic, might have been tested, but it was only because you're strong enough to actually be capable of being tested. Others would have crumbled, but you stayed strong. And even if you doubted, I feel that you will always come back to the light. The light is seeking you, and you are seeking it. So, keepers of the earth, you are so supported. You do not stand alone. You have a magnificent team of helpers, both in this world and on the earth, who are here to help you every step of the way. Call upon them for assistance. They are here to help you. The keepers of the earth acknowledge the work that you have done already and are ready to work through you. They bow at your feet and thank you for wanting to stand for them, to devote your life to protecting the earth in your unique way. It is time to increase your capacity to receive support in the physical realm. This can come in the form of financial abundance, acts of service from strangers, or people flocking to help you in your work. The only thing that is stopping you right now is your capacity to receive support. You deserve to be rewarded for the work that you are doing. You do not need to go at it alone. Call upon the keepers of the earth to help you in your mission. Open your heart and your mind to receiving more than you ever thought possible. What kind of support do you need? Call it in right away. Look at this card and say, I am open to receiving a whole new level of support for my life and my work, and I call it in now. And you can include any other specific requests in this part. Then afterwards, conclude by saying, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. So may it be. Oh, beautiful. So it's definitely that kind of vibration of an attitude of gratitude. Because I feel you're a highly intelligent person, and sometimes your mind can go to dark places. Cognizance, understanding, pragmatism, and communication. The way you learn to communicate is in equal parts nature and nurture. You are influenced by the way you were raised, what you were taught in school, and what you subconsciously learn via observation. You process this information and your personality quirks and tendencies develop as a result. Is your communication style balanced? Is it soft? Is it brash? Are you aware of the way you make others feel with your words? You are responsible for the way you process information and for the way you put that information out there in the world. Take this into account for the next few days during your interactions. Direct your awareness inwards and observe how you are communicating with yourself. An awareness of your self-talk is a powerful tool for development of your mental strength. As well as learning from your surroundings, Mercury plays a role in your communication style and impacts how you interpret and process information. It is the smallest and fastest moving of the planets and referred to as the messenger. Often, Mercury's placement in your natal chart will bring valuable insight on how you need to adjust or develop the way you are speaking to others and yourself. Emerald is known as being the stone of intuition, insight, and vision. If using emeralds in meditation or simply wearing them on your person, its vibrations can increase mental clarity and allow you to react and interpret situations with intelligence and focus. Emeralds are also known to bring to the surface the unconscious mind, allowing you to tap into your claircognizant abilities. So that is pre-knowing, knowing before knowing. So in order to activate this gorgeous Mercurian energy in your life, look at a copy of your natal chart and identify in what sign Mercury is located. So look in your chart. Where do you have Mercury? What planet, what sign, what house? What sign and what house, because Mercury is already a planet. In defining this, you can unpack details of how your communication style has been birthed, how it shapes your personality, and what it means for you astrologically. So get comfortable with your Mercury. Study the placement, study what it might mean. Here's your affirmation. I am conscious of the impact of my words. I communicate with clarity and authenticity. And what I wanted to say with the planet mistake that I did earlier, I think it's because your Mercury could be conjunct a higher outer planet like Jupiter, Pluto, or Saturn, in which case your words carry a lot of weight. If they are conjunct Jupiter, there's a tendency to speak a lot. If they're conjunct Saturn, it's almost as if you deliver karma through your words. And you tend to think very deeply before you say something. And then if they are conjunct Pluto, this is like the mind of an investigative reporter, of a keen psychologist, somebody that goes straight to the core of the matter and is not afraid to use difficult or rather emotionally triggering words. So study your Mercury, get comfortable with it, and Emerald, wearing it in this period, can really be protective. And then we have here the final activation card from the Soul Whispers Oracle. Every single day is a gift from the universe. Treat it as one. Reconcile your feminine with your masculine self. Reconcile your mother image with your father image within your heart, the sun and the moon, so that you too, one day, if you wish, could partake in a marriage between yourself and the partner you are seeking romantically. So here's a letter from your higher self. Dear human, every morning you are gifted 24 hours to do whatever you wish. To grow, to love, to make mistakes, to laugh, to fail, to cry, to breathe, to live. Every single morning you have the gift of waking up. Do not take it for granted. If it is a miracle that you are here on earth, it is a miracle that you are still here. So take advantage of it, group 4, make use of it, create a life that is worth waking up to, worth living. Expand, ask for more, want more, build a home here on earth, or take care of one already built. We need you, you are important here, and you are heavily protected. So, I'm sending you on your merry way with these thoughts. I hope they serve you. I hope they inspire you. I hope they bring a lot of light in your heart. I'm sending you lots of love.